Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishram Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Supatantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Udapatakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsya Srirupam Sadrajatam Sarvanagunatam Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shivishakham Vidam Sya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Apta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpada Rupesha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Palilanam Pavanebhyo Vishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Budre Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Dhanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhigaya Tadare Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tat Bhaktaya Namo Namah Hare Krishna Hari Om Tat Sat Hare Krishna Hare Me Mataji
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. How are you?
Yeah, Krishna's mercy, all fine. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, text 15. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayet swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vanmayam tava uchyate. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayet swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vanmayam tava uchyate. Tarini Mataji and Saraswati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Anudveham karam vakyam satyam priyahitam chayet swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchyate. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Translation, Saraswati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Translation: austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, in the previous verse, what was that? Austerity of body. Okay. Now, this austerity of speech. What is austerity means? How can you define austerity?
Sacrificing, Prabhuji.
Yes,
undergoing some difficulty.
Yes, undergoing some difficulty voluntarily for something higher, for a higher cause. Okay, so that is accepting inconveniences or hardships or difficulties voluntarily to attain some higher cause. Okay, that is austerity. Now, children, are they taking austerity, especially those who are college going, those who are appearing for entrance? They take a lot of austerity. Okay, getting up early in the morning, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, then they study, then they go to school, they go for tuition class. It's an austerity, isn't it? But that pain of austerity is better than the pain of regret. See, if they take little austerity for preparing the entrance exam, little austerity they have to take. They have to get up early in the morning. They have to study many hours more than the usual studies. This austerity, if they take now, they will come out in flying colors in the exam. And if they don't take this austerity and the last 11th hour, if they study and appear the exam, they will not even pass. So this austerity of, this pain of austerity is much, much better than the pain of regret later. Because if you have not taken this austerity, then we'll have to regret. That pain is much, it will be in kilograms. This austerity of pain is only in grams. isn't it? So, austerity of the body is given in the 14th verse. Now the austerity of speech. So what it says, anudvega karam vakyam. Udvega means agitating. Udvega. Anudvega means not agitating. Okay. So the vakyam, the speech should be not agitating. So when we speak, it should not agitate the other party. So we should not speak that which agitates the listener, the other party. And it should be satyam. It should be truthful. We should not say anything other than truth, because telling lie or speaking lie will cause a lot of problem, isn't it? Suppose you tell one lie, to cover up that you'll have to say so many other lies, and someday you'll be caught, isn't it? How long, how many people you can lie? So it should be not agitating, and it should be truthful. Then what is the third one? Priya. Priya means it should be pleasing. So even if it is truth, some truths are not very palatable. It is bitter. So we should be speaking truth, and it should be not agitating, and it should be pleasing also. Sometimes it will not be pleasing. At least say in such a tone, such a way that it is not agitating others. So, not agitating.
Good, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, sorry, because there was a electricity disconnection. Now, when it comes again, there will be some disruption, another 2-3 minutes. Okay, so please keep that in mind.
Okay, Prabhuji. Sure.
So I'll share it. So we were speaking about the austerity of speech. So it should be not agitating, truthful, and it should be priya, that is pleasing. And another one is hitam. Hitam means it should be beneficial. So whatever we are speaking, it should be beneficial to the party to whom we are speaking, even to the person who is speaking. And if it is not beneficial, why we should speak in the first place? Okay, it is agitating, it is not truth, it is not pleasing, and it is not beneficial. Why we should speak? So when we speak, we have to take care of these things, this criteria. It should meet these criteria. It should not agitate the other party. It should be truthful. It should be very dear or pleasing, and it should be beneficial. Okay. Once there was, Socrates, he was a philosopher. So his friend came to him and told him, and you know that what is the other friend is telling about you? Then immediately Socrates said, I want to have a triple filter test. What is a triple filter test? I want to know whatever you are going to tell about that friend, that it is truth. It is truthful. Okay. So please tell me, whatever you are going to tell about that person, that friend of mine, is it truthful? Then he said, well, I'm not very sure. It may or may not be. So that first filter is failed. Okay. If you are not very sure if it is truthful or not, why in the first place say that? And he asked, is it pleasing? He said, not pleasing. Definitely it's not pleasing. Is it beneficial to you or to him or to me? He said, not beneficial also. So I don't want to hear it. So why should I hear something which is not truthful, something which is not pleasing, something which is not beneficial? So this is the test. So even if we are speaking something, it should be truthful, not agitating, it pleasing, and it should be beneficial. Otherwise, we are doing prajalpa. Prajalpa means just gossip. So that's what Krishna is telling. Whenever we speak, we should see this criteria. So Anudveka Karam Vakyam Satyam Priya Hitam Chayet. The truthful, pleasing, not agitating, and beneficial. These 4 criteria it should meet, then you can speak. Otherwise, do not speak that. And then in the 3rd line it says Swadhyaya Bhyasanam Chaiva. What is Swadhyaya means? What is Swadhyaya?
Vedic study, which is there given in the Vedas.
Yeah, this is self-study of the Vedic literatures. One Mayam Tapa Uchyade. That is the austerity of speech. So why Vedic study? We understand it should be truthful, not agitating to others, beneficial and pleasing. Why now this Vedic study is included in that, or in the austerity of speech? What is the reason?
Vedas always asks us to tell the truth. Satyam vada, dharmam chara, like that.
Exactly. Because by studying Vedas, by following the instructions of these Vedas, definitely we'll be following these 4 criteria. So simply by Swadhyaya, studying Vedas, we will imbibe these qualities. Okay. So that is Vedic studies. Yeah. So we should read, understand, and we should imbibe the qualities given in the Vedas. Okay. So we should read and study Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Ramayanam, Mahabharatam, such literatures, Vedic literatures, in which so many, events, historical events, stories, everything is given, so that we also get a lot of learning from that, a lot of qualities we can imbibe. So by studying the Vedas, we will automatically inculcate in us all these qualities. We should not simply do prajalpa. We will not gossip unnecessarily. We know that it's only a waste of time. So we should use our valuable time for communicating things that are truthful, not agitating to others, and beneficial for all the parties concerned. So this is austerity of speech. Okay. So austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literatures. So one should not speak in such a way as to agitate the minds of others. Of course, when a teacher speaks, he can speak the truth for the instructions of the students, but such a teacher should not speak to those who are not his students if he will agitate their minds. So one more thing we have to take into consideration is that who is the audience? What way we are connected to that audience? Have we developed some relationship? If the teacher is teaching to his students, definitely he can teach, because even he can chastise or scold the children, but the general public, he cannot do that. So he should be reserved. He should be reserved in that when the audience is not, he doesn't have any relationship with that. So he should curtail what he is speaking. He cannot speak when he speaks to his own students in that same manner. He cannot. That is what it is said here. This is penance as far as talking is concerned. Besides that, one should not talk nonsense. So nonsense means prajalpa, which is not making any sense at all. It is not helping us to progress in our spiritual path. The process of speaking in spiritual circles is to say something upheld by the scriptures. So whenever we speak something, something really serious subject matters, we should be able to quote it from the scriptures to substantiate that. One should at once quote from scriptural authority to back up what he is saying. At the same time, such talk should be very pleasurable to the ear. By such discussions, one may derive the highest benefit and elevate human society. So this is how we can advance spiritually. Okay, by following the instructions given in the Vedas, we can control our speech for the benefit of general people, by uplifting them spiritually. So there is a limitless stock of Vedic literature, and one should study this. This is called penance of speech. So this is austerity or penance of speech. Okay, so any questions or any comments about this? So Krishna is instructing all of us through Arjuna that we should avoid Gramya Katha, Prajalpa, time pass, gossip. Use our tongue, our speech, the faculty of speech to glorify the Supreme Lord, to glorify the devotees of Supreme Lord, to discuss spiritual matters by which we can slowly and gradually progress in our spiritual path. Otherwise, we are wasting our time. Shrama evahi kevalam. Okay? Simply wasting our time, and we are not getting any benefit out of it. Okay? People, in the village, not only village, nowadays everybody is busy with the phone. Previously, they used to come together in a one particular place and chit chat, gossip. Nowadays, nobody has time. Everybody is busy in themselves, having a mobile. That's enough. They don't want any, sentient being. They are using the gadgets, and they, pass the time like that. They don't want to meet, associate, and discuss with people who have consciousness, but they want to while away the time only by using the gadgets, which are dull matter, isn't it? It's totally material. So the time has changed, scenario has changed. Okay, people mentality has changed. There is no emotion, there is no love anymore, there is no relationship anymore. Everything has become mechanical. So this is what is happening nowadays. So any other points? Okay, then we'll move on to text 16. Mana prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha bhava samsuddhiridi edat tapo manasam uchyate. Ramya Mataji.
Mana prasada saumyatvam maudamatma vinigraha bhava samshuddhir iti etat tapomana samuchyate. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prince Prabhu, translation please. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. The electricity came, that's why this problem. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Prince Prabhu, please read.
Translation. And satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purification of one's existence are the austerities of the mind.
Very good. And satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purification of one's existence are the austerities of mind. So now we have covered body, speech, now mind. Okay. So what are the austerities of mind? Satisfaction. First one is whatever we get, whatever we undergo, okay, should be satisfied. We should accept that. Most of the cases we complain, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, he has, she has, I don't have, he's lucky, he's getting good salary, I have the same qualification, same experience, but he's drawing more salary than me, he's well off. So most of the time we have this complaint, isn't it? We compare. But are we seeing our karma in this karma? his karma and my karma may be different. Okay, so we cannot compare at all. Maybe we have the same qualification, same experience, everything, but his and my karma may not be the same. That is why there is a disparity. So there is no use of complaining at all. This children born to this different parents on the same day, in the same hospital, at the same time. Will they, when they grow up, will they have the same job or same position or same financial condition or same health condition? No, not necessarily. Same hospital, and same day, same time, but different parents. They have different karma. One may become a millionaire, one may become a pauper. Who knows? So whatever by the will of providence, we should accept it. This satisfaction. Chanakya Pandita says that we should be happy with three things and we should never be happy with three things. Anyone knows what are those three things? We should be happy with three things always, and we should never be happy with three things. So what we should be happy, the three things are the spouse, okay, the wife for the husband and the husband for the wife. Whoever it is, in your destiny, a particular, female has been selected as wife and particular male has been selected as husband. So we should be happy with that. Don't compare. She is very beautiful, she is not very beautiful, she is ugly, this, that, fair, dark, all these things. No, this is in your destiny. Accept it. You should be always happy with the spouse. Should be always happy with the food that you get. Don't complain. Okay? Should be happy with the food that you get. Okay, and you should be happy with the money that you have. As I told you, in the same family, there are, say, 4 children. All the 4 children financially, they may not be the same. Isn't it? We have seen so many examples. All the 4 children may not be financially in this same level. So money, wife, and food. You should always be happy with whatever you get, because this is according to your karma or according to our karma. And we should not be satisfied in 3 things. What are those? One is the charity that we are giving. Okay? The charity, we should never go, I have enough, I've given the charity enough, now I should stop it. No. It should always be, okay, I want to give more and more charity. And the japa that we chant. Now we have 16 rounds japa. There is a minimum required japa that we, especially the initiated devotees, have to do. But don't stick to that. Don't restrict your number of rounds to that. You should never be satisfied with the number of japas that you chant. Keep chanting. Always I want to do more and more, remembering the Lord's name. Okay. And the swadhyaya. Okay. Reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, all these things, swadhyaya. We should never be satisfied. So 3 things, always have satisfaction. 3 things, never have satisfaction. So this is satisfaction. Simplicity. Okay, we may have so much, lot of money, name, fame, everything, but still one should live a simple life and high thinking, gravity. At the same time, it should be grave. Why? Because this life is not that easily achieved. Okay, so one should take this life very serious and work toward attaining the ultimate goal of life. Self-control. Self-control means our senses are very, very difficult to control. If you don't control our senses, then it will be just like an unbridled horse. What happens to an unbridled horse? What happens? If the horse is not controlled with the reins, what happens?
It will run away.
We'll run away and we'll definitely meet with an accident. We'll fall down. We'll break our leg. So if you want to really get to the destination on a horse ride, you have to control the horse very nicely. Similarly, we have to control our senses. Otherwise, it'll go hayway, and we'll have to undergo all sorts of miseries because of indulging in sense gratification, unregulated sense gratification, and purification of one's existence. So we have to purify internal purification, external purification. Both are required. Internal purification is by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, and external purification, of course, we know cleanliness, taking bath every day, brushing our teeth, cleaning our home neat and tidy, all these things. So these are the austerities of mind. Okay, satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control, purification of one's existence are the austerities of mind. To make the mind austere is to detach it from sense gratification. That means sense control. Sense control. Of all the senses, which is the most voracious sense? Can anyone say? We have 5 senses. Which is the most voracious sense? Which is the most troublemaking sense?
Mind, Prabhu.
Mind is the sixth one.
Ah,
And I'm talking about the senses. Yes, Prince Prabhu. Yeah, tongue. Okay. There's only one thing, but Krishna.